Hi, I'm Ashely Rivers. I'm 18.
My name is Lynn Rivers, Ashley's mom, and on December 10th, 2008, which was a Wednesday, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Ashely and I were talking on the phone. She was in her car, I was in my car. We both were going two different directions, and out of the blue, she squealed, the phone went dead, and I couldn't reach her on the phone again.
I really don't remember the accident at all.
We took the St. Al's Life flight from Twin Falls to St. Al's in Boise. It was about a 45-minute flight, the longest flight in my entire life. We landed and they took us to the emergency room. That's where I met Dr. Foss, who was the trauma doctor that assessed Ashely, and Dr. Hajar, who was her neurosurgeon. They assessed her, told me that her blood pressure, her heart rate, her temperature, all of that was just all up and down. They had already put a tube in her throat and had a ventilator breathing for her. We went up to the ICU where the doctors told us that she was in a coma and that she had the traumatic brain injury, which they had already kind of explained a little bit about that. The days were very long. The nights were even longer. After about 6 days of being there, Dr. Foss took Scott and I aside, my husband and I aside, and said, this may be it. She may never wake up. She may never talk again or walk again. I think he wanted to prepare us for the worst that could potentially happen at that point.
I don't remember ICU. The only thing I remember is probably a month into rehab, because I met a lady that had been my therapist at one point, but I didn't remember working with her at all.
Our Christmas Eve was spent together in the kitchen of the ICU. Christmas Day, Dr. Foss came and kind of gave us hope, told us that things were looking better, that her pressures, that her vital signs were starting to stabilize a little bit. They weren't so erratic anymore. After 27 days of being in the ICU, we finally got to move up to the neuro floor, which was a huge step for us. Dr. McMartin took over Ashely's care while we were on the 3rd floor, inpatient rehab, and a number of people on the brain injury, traumatic brain injury team were working with her 6 days a week. We were up there from January into April. We saw her go from being in a coma to learning to walk again, to learning to breathe on her own again and eat. Ashely is not 100%. She's way farther than we ever dared dream in the very beginning. And we're very thankful. We're thankful to all of the doctors and the therapists. We're very thankful to God who answered all of our prayers because she is a miracle.
Thank you, St. Alphonsus, for helping me.